Hi, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to share my thoughts on Vera Bradley, the Vera Bradley rebrand, my search for a backpack and how I became interested in Vera Bradley currently, and my thoughts on the Bancroft backpack. So I'm gonna just dive right in. I had become aware of Vera Bradley around 2006, and I was aware of them, but not really interested in them. To my thoughts, they were for sort of Midwestern women and middle-aged Midwestern women and like grade school kids, and didn't really fit my aesthetic at the time. I didn't really love the busy prints. The quilting just wasn't my thing and just wasn't my style at all. So fast forward to, I want to say 2 years ago, I saw a backpack in TJ Maxx that I really liked. And it had everything I was looking for in a backpack, which I'll go more into detail about, but it had water bottle pockets, a trolley sleeve, and it also seemed very sturdy, well made, but yet soft. And I was surprised when I turned off and looked for the tag and found that it was Vera Bradley. So this was Vera Bradley at TJ Maxx. So this was the campus backpack that I saw, and I think it was on sale for like, I want to say between $40 and $60. It was like a boysenberry color, so I wasn't super interested. But the fact that it had all those three things, the luggage sleeve, the water bottle pockets, and the laptop compartment, made me interested in it enough to try it on and like take pictures. So I was like, huh, Vera Bradley, no kidding. Like, it wasn't busy and it wasn't super patterned. So I was like, that's interesting. And the quality seemed really good. So that was in my mind over the last 2 years. So fast forward to currently, and I'm seeing all these videos pop up in my feed about the Vera Bradley rebrand, and I did a little deeper digging because I feel like even though I wasn't interested in Vera Bradley, there was this whole like huge cult army it had a huge following. So I found that interesting to kind of see the legend and the lore, and people go looking for these prints, and there's all the Disney tie-ins as well, like Disney patterns. So I found it interesting to read about. So their current rebrand, which just launched last month in July 11th, actually, of 2024, they are going from, so their sales are down. Their sales of their core line are down, and they're obviously looking to refresh, and they're hoping to follow the playbook of Abercrombie and Fitch, I guess, refreshing their core offerings. So Vera Bradley has gone from targeting sort of teens, like kids, like grade school kids, like 7, 8, 9, 10, to like middle school, like women, like 60s, 70s, to narrowing their target customer base to women between the ages of 35 and 55, which is very narrow and very specific. And the reason they're doing this is because those women purchase across generations. So they're also purchasing for their daughters and their mothers, and including themselves. So themselves, their daughters, and their mothers, which is like thinking, oh yeah, that's really smart. It directly includes my age demographic. So I am like right smack dab in their age demographic. So I'm like, oh, interesting. Okay, so they're targeting me. And the reason also why they kind of came into my scope of awareness, I saw an ad on Instagram because I am in the market for a backpack, and this backpack that came up on Instagram had all of the three things that I was looking for. So what am I looking for in a backpack? I am looking for those three things that I mentioned earlier: external water bottle pockets, a trolley sleeve, and a padded laptop compartment. And on the laptop compartment, recently I have become more specific and more sort of picky. It needs to be suspended, meaning when you put your laptop in, it can't just like smash down onto the floor. There needs to be some type of padding or suspension that will keep it from doing that. It doesn't have to be elaborate, just something to keep the laptop from smashing on the floor. That is so important to me. So you would think with the hundreds of millions of backpacks out there, it would be easy to find something with those three requirements, but it is not, at least not the ones that I'm looking at, because I feel like you get two of the three. So for like business, business sort of formal, professional, you have the Tumi line, which has a trolley sleeve and a laptop compartment, which by the way, isn't even padded. Like Tumi laptop sleeves are not suspended. Like they go straight down, which it boggles my mind for a $500 backpack that the laptop compartment wouldn't be padded. I'm flabbergasted. So you have the trolley sleeve in the laptop compartment, but no external water bottle pockets, which irritates me to no end, because yes, you can jam a water bottle in the side pockets, but it looks awkward and it's gonna fall out. So that's out. And for $500, like I want every single thing on my list checked off. So Tumi's out. And you have something on the other like sports performance side where you have those external water bottle pockets, and you might even get a laptop sleeve, but you're not going to get that trolley, the trolley sleeve, which for me is kind of something that I like to have. Like that's pretty essential. So and it looks like you're going to climb, you know, Everest. You're going to scale Everest in this like very technical looking, like outdoorsy type bag. So again, very difficult. And I should say the trolley sleeve has to be vertical, not horizontal. Like there's some that you have to like turn your bag sideways to put on the trolley, which again boggles my mind. Like, why would I do that? That is the most awkward way to carry a backpack, so all your stuff goes everywhere. Like, no, absolutely not. So then this backpack search has been going on for years. The one that I'm using right now doesn't have all those features. It's the Fjällräven Kanken with a laptop sleeve, but I have it and I'm not going to buy anything until it's exactly what I want. So all of that to say, that is what I'm looking for in a backpack. And when I saw the Vera Bradley Bancroft, I thought that this might have what I want because it has those three things. It has the external water bottle pockets, the vertical trolley sleeve, and the laptop compartment. So like I got that Instagram ad on yesterday, and I thought, okay, let me see if I can see reviews. Not one review on the Bancroft backpack, which if I were Vera Bradley targeting my age demographic, the first thing I would do is send a few influencers to review, which I have not issues with, but like if they're getting stuff for free, why do I want to pay to anyway? But not one review on the Bancroft backpack. And second, there aren't a ton of stores, Vera Bradley stores, where I live, which is in the New York, New Jersey tri-state area. I live in Manhattan. So there's not a store within 30 miles of me, which is, again, their target use is more Midwestern, which I understand. So on that, I thought I wanted to go and check out the Bancroft in person. So kind of also thinking about my thoughts on the Rebrand. After kind of searching through their website, I kind of want to go back and say this, that I think that I personally, as someone who wasn't interested in Vera Bradley, now the more that I look at it, I'm like, oh, they have some interesting pieces. I like some of the prints that they have. And so Zooey Deschanel is their new spokesmodel, who I like. Personally, I haven't seen New Girl. I'm not a fan of New Girl. I like her because in her divorce from the Death Cab for Cutie guy, she had her financial statements like revealed in 2012. And I was like, oh, she is someone who keeps excellent financial records. Like she was on it. So that's why I like her. But I like her aesthetic too. It's very sort of whimsical, and I think it's really on brand for them. It's whimsical yet intentional, which I appreciated. So that was kind of my additional thoughts on the Rebrand, which I thought was interesting. So back to the backpack search. I was able to visit, I took a field trip to go see the Bancroft backpack in person. I was thinking about, I was on the website about to hit that buy now button, and I didn't because I wanted to see it in person. Because yes, they had free returns, but I'm like, it's a hassle, and I just didn't want to go through the hassle of returning if I didn't need to. So here are my thoughts on the Bancroft backpack. And I do have some footage, which I will insert at the end. I don't have the backpack because I did not buy it. And here I will tell you why. So, and I'll insert the footage of the Bancroft backpack at the end that I took in the store. It's kind of grainy and choppy, so that's why I'm not gonna put you through that now. But so my question on that I couldn't find again in a review was, is the laptop compartment padded, suspended, or something so that your computer does not jam on the floor? The answer is no, it's not. It's direct, like straight down to the ground. Like there is not even a strip of anything at the bottom to give some kind of protection. I was like, I can't justify spending money on something that will not protect my computer. Of course you can put it in another case, but the whole point is to have that built in. So that's what I was looking for, and it does not have that padding. But here are my thoughts. So it does have a very soft, practical, functional, sleek, clean look to it. If you go for like a solid color, the prints are what they are, but I like the aesthetic of some of the solid colors. And a couple of the prints aren't bad. It also looks and feels, to my mind, well made. As someone who didn't grow up with Vera Bradley, who was not a fan, it looks of decent quality for a fabric piece. It does feel durable and of good quality. There are tons of storage and organization pockets on the inside, and they have good size options. They have a Bancroft, which is I think 23 liters or 25. You can find out on the website. And then the large Bancroft, which is 28 liters. So I think those are good, and there's tons of space. Those are both good options for traveling or kind of around town usage. The water bottle pockets are okay. I actually brought a Yeti, a 32-ounce Yeti, because my ideal travel bottle would be the just a Nalgene, so I'm not heartbroken if it gets lost or broken or something. So a Nalgene, and then I also have my daughter's Yeti, 12-ounce Yeti cup. So I put that in either pocket. The 12-ounce obviously fit great. The 32-ounce was a little tough on the regular Bancroft. It cut into the bag a little bit, which is not ideal, because then when you're all packed out, you can't kind of jam it in. So the water bottle pockets were okay. Let's give them maybe 5 out of 10, but not awful. On the larger Bancroft, there is enough room to fit the bottle, 32-ounce Yeti, without cutting in too much. But the lack of a suspended or additional padded laptop compartment was a deal breaker for me, and that is why I do not have it with me right now. So what I would have preferred was on the medium, or on the regular Bancroft, there is like a strip where like the edge on the bottom edge of the laptop compartment, you could, like, the seam was a little bit of a padding if you like tucked it under, but I don't want to have to think about it that much. Like, I just want to put my computer in and go. So, and then on the large, it was just straight down to the ground. So I will insert the footage, and it's, again, please bear with me, it's choppy and a little bit all over the place, but you can see two things. You can see that there is no padding. I put my hand through, and there's no padding on the bottom. And you can see the quality, because one thing I did like was, especially on this clay color, that the zippers were plastic and not that, they were like an opaque plastic, not the clear plastic. So, and I know that would vary by color or pattern for sure. So I will insert the footage now. So what you're seeing is footage that I shot in the store, and I apologize that it is so shaky, but you'll see this is the large Bancroft backpack, and this is the color pumice stone. You can see the translucent, or the opaque plastic zippers. And what I'm trying to show you now is I try to open the laptop pocket. That's a trolley sleeve there, the laptop compartment on the back. I am putting my hand all the way down to the bottom, and it is straight down. There's no type of padding or anything to protect your laptop from hitting the floor directly. So again, I apologize for how choppy that footage in the store was, but that was the regular Bancroft backpack in the pumice stone color, which I actually didn't hate. And especially I like the zippers, the opaque plastic zippers on that. So those are my thoughts on the Bancroft backpack. I am not ruling it out. I might consider it in the future, but I have some other options coming in. I'm looking at a Thule backpack and potentially an Osprey maybe. But I also ordered a Vera Bradley campus backpack just from Amazon to see what it was like, and I will see if that, I don't think that will have a padded laptop compartment, but we'll see. So that's what I got for you. Those are my thoughts on the Vera Bradley Rebrand and the Bancroft backpack. I hope this has been helpful. I'm sorry I don't have the product with me, but I'm trying to be really, really selective about what I spend my money on these days. So thanks for watching, and take care. Bye.